What do you call a person who never wants to spend their money? Who doesn't like to spend their money? Here is one word you can use, and the word is stingy. My uncle is very stingy. He doesn't like to spend a dime. He is stingy. This is not the only word you can use to describe a person who doesn't like spending. You can also use words such as close-fisted, tight-fisted, or penny-pinching. But all these words are negative. They may sound negative. If you're looking for a more neutral word, you could use the word frugal. My uncle is a frugal man, which means he likes to save his money. He doesn't like spending on useless things. So he is frugal. Again, if you want to sound a bit more negative, stingy, close-fisted, tight-fisted, or penny-pinching. But if you want to sound more neutral, use the word frugal. Can you think of any other words you can use to describe someone who doesn't like spending? Leave it in the comments, and please don't forget to like and follow for more. And this is the word of the day, this. What do you call this in English? Well, it's both a noun and a verb, and the word is eyeroll. You use it as a noun when you do an eye roll. So, she is doing an eye roll, which means she is doing this because she is annoyed, she's angry, or she just can't believe it. So she does an eye roll, like this. It's also a verb. You could say he is eye rolling, or stop eye rolling, which means stop doing this, because you're either angry or annoyed, or again, you just can't believe it. So the question is, what makes you do an eye roll? For what reason do you eye roll? Please leave it in the comment, and also don't forget to like and follow for more. How many definitions for the word drone can you think of? I'll show you 3 definitions. Number 1, this object. This is a drone. It's an aircraft, it's controlled remotely, and it's used for taking photos or for filming or some other purposes. So this is a drone. This is number 1. But this is also a drone. A drone is the male bee. It's called a drone. It's also a noun. And drone is also a verb. It refers to the humming sound of, for example, an engine. So the engine is droning. The engine drones, which means the engine goes like, this sound, this humming sound, it's drone, the engine or the object is droning. This is the definition of the word drone. Did you know all these 3 definitions? Leave it in the comments, and please don't forget to like and follow for more. 2 people are playing tennis. One of them hits the ball, and the ball moves in a high arc over the other player's head, like this. There's a verb for that in English, and the word is lob. So the ball lobbed. That's what it did. It moved in the shape of an arc, a high arc. The ball lobbed. It's not just for balls, it may be a missile. When a missile is launched and it moves this way in the shape of a high arc, you could say that the missile lobbed. This is the verb. Curious fact, as a noun, this word lob, especially in British English, may refer to a dumb person. Well, he is so dumb. He is such a lob. Lob. He's dumb. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and follow for more. The word of the day, handpick, may have 2 different meanings. One is more general. It's when you select some things by hand, using your hands. You're not using a machine to select them. So you go and pick them using your hands. You handpick the objects. But it also means when you select only the ones you like or only the best ones because you want to do something. It's for a special purpose. For example, you want the best bouquet, so you go and handpick the best flowers, which means you choose the best ones to be part of this bouquet. There's a similar word in English, it's cherry pick, but this one is a bit more specific. That's when you choose only the parts of a text, for example, that go according to what you think, that go according to what you believe. So you want to prove your point, you cherry pick only the parts of a text that show you are right, ignoring the rest of the text. You are cherry picking, you're choosing the ones that please you. So this is the difference between handpicking and cherry picking. What about you? Did you ever handpick some flowers to be part of a beautiful bouquet? And who did you give it to? Leave it in the comments. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to also write it in the comments. Like and follow for more. You know, when you're talking to some people and then you say something between the lines and the other people don't understand, but this one person understands what you're talking about, so only you and the other person understand it, and then you look at each other and you do this smile, like you are happy, you're satisfied for you both knowing what you're talking about. There's a name for this this smile, and the name is smirk. Smirk is a noun and it's also a verb. As a noun, you could say, I know what you're talking about, she said with a smirk. So with a smirk as a noun, smirk. And it's also a verb. Again, you could say, I know what you're talking about, I smirked, and I smirked. So when you say you smirked, it means you did this. Not only because you both understood what was said between the lines, but it may be also because you're satisfied for something you had done, or for pleasure, or for any other reason. You just you smirk, or because you have ulterior intentions, and then you you smirk. Can you think of other reasons for smirking? Please leave it in the comments, and also don't forget to like and follow for more. The word of the day has 2 different pronunciations and at least 3 different meanings. First, when it's pronounced this way, bow, bow, it may be this object. This type of tie is called a bow, or a bow tie, which is the one we wear here. This is a bow tie. Bow. Number 2, this is also a bow. It's the object we use for shooting arrows. We use bow and arrow, and we use the bow to shoot an arrow. This is also a bow. Now, definition number 3, it's a verb and it's pronounced bow. Bow, which is when you do this. You bow down. That's when you bend down, usually as a way of greeting people. This is very common in many places, many countries. By the way, is it customary to bow where you live as a way of greeting people? Do you bow when you greet people, or do you shake hands? Please leave it in the comments, and also don't forget to like and follow for more.